get started here in a few minutes. Yeah. Did I forget to mention that too? I got Howie Long. Personally, I think he's probably the best player on my team right now. Drum roll, please. God, be a million coins. Be a million coins. Come on. A 1,000 coins, really? 1,000 freaking coins, man. What a joke.
Let's rock and roll.
A welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team. Tighten up.
And they'll go on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Hey, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Brown from 3 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So the D-line's going to spread out. There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They run again with Ajayi. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
Yo, how did I not get that one?
Now Brown. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Lions will take over. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Brady now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Brady now on first down. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Whether you like Tom Brady or not, he's stud, dude. You know, a video game. See that? Yeah, dropped it in there. Dropped it down.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had to quote it back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Brady will look to throw for it. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he will not
get in there.
He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding ways to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's the option going right. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear it.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Second down following the run. And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 50 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one.
Awesome. Richie Incognito, one-time Husker leading Amon Reed, a one-time Husker down the
and off he
field.
goes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. A chance for us to look at the Lions defense again. And we'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or two in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now. He's back to throw. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Desperation time for Tanner. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Well, we started this game down by 12 in the third quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill finding time. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And on 2nd and 10 now. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Howie Long.
Tannehill sacked. Howie Long in there to get him for a loss of 5. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Jeez, he had the first down.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Oh.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A fresh set of downs, and they're after. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
We were down 12 points.
And he's been a
when the
busy
game
man,
started.
5 for
It's
5
like
now
2
as he
minutes
knocks
left in the
another one
3rd
through
quarter.
to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting through. Trucks through him.
right throw in.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of...
It's a twister. It's a twister. Just kidding. It's just the daily tornado siren check at noon. They do every day here for some reason, because, you know, definitely got to blow it off every day. Why not? Alright. Yeah, so we started that down by 12 in the third quarter. Alright, now down by 12 in the second quarter. The difference is they have the ball. I started with the ball last time. Myself a couple extra seconds there. I don't know why they set it down to 20 when they put you down so much. So Tom Brady is going to be on the 2018 Madden cover, is what I'm getting here. You can already pre-order Madden today.
EA Sports coverage of the
I'm not gonna
NFL
lie,
is on the air.
I'm really tempted to do it. Because you get it like 3 days early, and I bet you get all kinds of other cool shit too. I didn't get this game until Black Friday last year, which was no big deal. I just missed out on a lot of stuff.
Now to throw on third down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. The completion
cool
good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. In motion is the tight end Graham. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Another big ass slide.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one. I don't know about you, but that
billions
almost
of
felt
flies.
like
I don't think I'm exaggerating.
3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Oh, thank you,
and now the
Amon
ball's
Green.
out,
John
fumble
on
near
the spot
midfield.
there.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have called.
Brady will try again on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open.
Yeah, boy.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jimmy Graham from 6 yards away. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Here's that one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Brock Osweiler and the Texan offense getting set to go. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Osweiler. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. They come up in an offset eye. A first down carry now for Miller. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Can take a halftime. I think it's smart here.
First half in the books. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Novak out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans defense heading back out now, ready to get their cracks again. They are up on the scoreboard, but that first half probably not what they envisioned defensively.
When you give up that many points, it's never what you envision defensively. I don't care what game you're playing in. Any defense has pride, and they're not going to say, that's acceptable.
Yeah, baby.
There goes Green, the 30.
You ain't getting me, Connor. Sorry.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Wow.
A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are in for 6. And
Wow.
that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator,
So,
partner, because
yeah,
his yards per
about that
carry went up
deficit,
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right?
It's no longer a
Big
deficit.
time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So they're going to go for 2.
Damn, Skippy was going for 2.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
I'm not gonna lie, Tom Brady doesn't look horrible in the Lions jersey. Just saying. I know Patriot fans are freak on that. Just throwing it out there. He doesn't look horrible in a Lions jersey.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot
How
of the
many
time.
plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the
I like
time in
having
the
those
first
big
half, you're
hitters out
scripting
there
12
like
to
that.
16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
All right, here we go. 3, 9,
On second down, here's Miller. And for one of the few
finally
times
on
here
my
today,
team,
this
I missed
one's
that.
not going to
I
go
gotta
anywhere.
use
No
the
gain on that
chemistry.
one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Son of a bitch. Son of a
He'll
bitch.
take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
My only theory.
DeAndre
Son of a
Hopkins,
bitch.
75 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead. And
It's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
All right, well, my offense should be well rested considering they played
Detroit
one
getting
play
set to go now.
so far.
And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss, and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
To throw is Brady. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver.
Look at him
and
go, the old man.
The
The old man.
on the play there, and they move the chains.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. Got to give credit where it's due.
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. They run. Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Okay.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Almost got that one blocked.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Watch. PAT is coming in really big now. Instead of it being a 3-point lead, it's a 4-point lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And getting set to go again, here's the Lions defense. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now the offense on the sideline and the defense doing it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here's Osweiler.
Ooh, get the ball.
Osweiler lost it, and this
Get
is
up.
scooped up by the
Yeah,
Lions.
that'll work.
And they're going to get the football
That'll
just
work.
outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
That'll work.
Partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Oh,
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that...
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now Brady throwing on second down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey from 6 yards away. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
By 11 now.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Ooh.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic? I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word and I just kept using it.
A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
It's a gain of 20 that time, and it'll give the Texans a first down. And now a first down following that long gain. And let's discuss Osweiler a little bit further. Obviously, an interesting journey for him to get here to Houston.
Groomed in Denver and actually got to play some before he ended up making his departure to Houston. But after the Broncos won the Super Bowl, I think he was in search of his own team and his own destiny as maybe a Super Bowl quarterback. They gave him a great opportunity, and he took advantage of it and headed to be a Texan.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's a give to Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. So they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, Anderson. And he's got some space here. And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
He did. All right.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Osweiler. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Osweiler. Underneath for Miller. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. Throwing again, Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose.
Oh, man,
it's incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Osweiler on fourth down.
Oh, you fucking kidding me, dude? Again?
He's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 29 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Osweiler's going to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick.
Oh, Jesus.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
Oh,
a tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
3 down. Let's go. Wait, 3 down. Knee back.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So second down. Now a handoff off here to his running back. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And they'll run it here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The slot man in motion right. And here now it's 2nd and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line.
Jesus.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Jesus, guys.
They do.
Come on. I haven't had this many fumbles in friggin' a week, and I've already had 2 in one
All I know,
game.
partners, that with every play
Come
call that
on,
came
guys.
in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad
Hey,
boy. We can
ball
really put
security,
ourselves in
hey.
a great spot to take total control,
Come on.
and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. One last shot for Osweiler. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Game over.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen?
See, that's why I've been kind of running up scores and doing things of that nature, because you get extra coins right now once a week, all kinds of challenges and stuff. So there's another one, 500, 3 touchdowns and a win. So yeah, it's worth it. Hey, and we sold our card we were trying to get rid of. Good news. Alright, I need to go grab a soda. I'll be right back while I get this one loaded up here. Come on. I believe it's still down by 12, so what the hell? 25 seconds there.
Larry Ridley here in our Orlando studios, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. The Lions interplay here tonight knowing they've got a tough one in store for them on the road in a difficult environment. So the big focus is going to be avoiding turnovers and maybe forcing 1 or 2 of their own.
Coca-Cola.
On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And Jeffrey's got it. Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. It's leveraged by the offensive line to...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bills getting set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Here we go. Mike's 50.
On second down, here's Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Up to make the tackle, Champ Bailey.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Taylor to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And an alley to run.
I even didn't blitz, and they still got me.
On the pickup there, and also a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Officially, no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out.
No way.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything
No
looked
doubt.
good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down.
It's caught inside the 25.
Dang.
Give them a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Alshon Jeffrey from 8 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kick.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the...
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Oh, I'm on the PS4,
here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Taylor. Escapes the sack. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So here come the Lions now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And to give this time to the tailback. Powers over it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Lions add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Taylor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Woods, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we? It tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.
Getting closer. One second, I gotta check something here. Got 2 left. I'll be right back.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. I'm Larry Ridley as we get set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up,
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play.
All right. 12 points here in the store.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. You want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now a hit and lock. Lost the
out,
football.
Howie,
It's
baby.
out. And into the end zone.
Welcome to the squad, Howie. Welcome to the squad.
Fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Cool about that is I also have
And this is back to a 5-point game.
Is that right? Or no, left outside linebacker. So I have 2 Raiders on the left side of my defense.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the same era of the 80s also.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's locked. Open man, it's Allen.
You're serious?
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On first down, it's Gore. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. the gun. Muscles him on. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They go play action here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Combinations, tight end I think I've ever had on a football game. My wide receiving core is a group. It's just
red zone opportunity.
Really, her team would be pretty damn unreal.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on the ground they go with a running back. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Here's Brady to throw, and able to find Graham, complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
In motion is the tight end Graham. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second and goal. Defense digging it. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Max Strong taking it in.
I think we ain't scored a touchdown in a while, right?
The lead here in the fourth quarter.
People don't even care about the fullback. I personally love fullback.
Sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did.
Happens when you're from Nebraska.
What's that thing about force?
You love
mass?
fullbacks.
How's that?
Oh yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
No one knows
that's
fullbacks
big time
anymore.
stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
We got Urlacher and Jimmy Graham out there as tight ends. Just dangerous.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Detroit defense, we get set to watch them go. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
Yeah, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go around? Throwing is Luck. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this.
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, there's a tale of two halves, won't you?
But I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third and short, it's the fullback's draw. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down.
Oh, are you serious?
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Second and goal from the one. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Pretty sure
it would be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
People, huh? Welcome, welcome.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Playing a lot of golf.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Coming for you.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by the Hall of Famer Melvin. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here.
But they certainly got deaded with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Cuts back left sideline. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Boom.
A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was 1 possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's where they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
I like the score right now.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down.
Somebody tackle him.
Down he goes. Luck is sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Game.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the next.
All right, what's going on? Come on now. Come on now. Alright, well, here we go. Down by 12 in the 4th quarter, and we have the ball. Let's do this. That's what I want to do right there. That's the thing I want to get. I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy that. Be cool if they could look back and see how many Madden games you've had on your PlayStation over the years, and you could get like a loyalty bonus for that. I've had all but one. I think the only Madden game I've actually never played was Madden 25. I don't know why.
They're running now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And now they're in the hurry up. From midfield, here's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now Brady got to have this one. He gets it to Brown, complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Easy.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Brady on the bootleg. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Now Tucker to end the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game.
It's going to be one of the windiest games I've ever seen. Hold on, field goals will be getting kicked.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Play, pick 6 and a fumble or something like that, huh?
First down, Fitzpatrick. He's got time in the pocket. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Howie Long in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of about 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw, Fitzpatrick. To Decker over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want. Get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On second down, Fitzpatrick again. This is caught. It's Decker. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Third down, here's Forte. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
I can go for it now. And fake it.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from
Brown. That caused them to kick that ball out of bounds. I'm happy with.
So out now come the Lions.
I mean, I blocked it,
and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow the...
There goes Green. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers
so
just the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Brady's going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down. So we'll have to see what that's about.
I tried to dive and I threw it. I thought I was passing my scrimmage so I could dive.
Well, there's one you don't see often, the illegal forward pass.
And the reason we don't see it very often is the quarterback has to be totally beyond the line of scrimmage for the flag to come out. If any part of the quarterback is behind the line of scrimmage when he throws the ball, then it's not an illegal forward pass.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I don't know why the pass thing is still up. That was weird.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Certainly that he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
20.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
No more timeout.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
And they'll run it here. That's strong. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Mate.
And that touchdown puts him up 7.
Check.
Now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Tucker now for the extra point.
The last time, the Lord.
And that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this thing. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Never seen him like that.
This is fielded at the goal
line.
line.
Back at some point, the field goal you could kick.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
70-yard field goal easy.
New York set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. Now a desperate. And a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Right.
Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Well,
Give me my coins, give me my 95 Tom Brady card.
Game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one.
Any day now, PlayStation. Any day. Just take your time. Do what you gotta do. Doing something here. Alright, there's my coins. Oh, stomach, stop it. And there's the Tom Brady card, dude. something real quick here. Okay. Wait, nope, this isn't what I wanted to do yet. Nice. Okay. So yeah, he was 1980 and this one was 1983. 97 overall is the best player on my defense now. Offense is a little skewed. It's Antonio Brown, Incognito, and Hudson. But I don't know why Jimmy Graham isn't better. It's weird. He has those chemistries. He has that chemistry, but it is what it is. Alright, so now what we're supposed to do, if I remember correctly, is a Brady bunch of objectives. We gotta do all this stuff to get that 99 overall Brady. Plus quite a few coins, really. What are you bleeping at me up here now? Got this. I will be watching some of those. That's what I'm after, over 100,000 coins and the 99 overall Brady card. blocked this extra point earlier. What do you know? Thought I blocked the punt, but that's alright. I caused the punt to go haywire and it cost him the game.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The Lions come into this one knowing they've got a fight on their hands. This could be one of those war of attrition types of games. So winning the field position battle and the turnover battle are going to be two big keys to seeing who gets out of here with the victory. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game. As we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarter...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The Hall of Famer Jack Youngblood there on the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own...
Didn't even have to use the last time out. Thought about it and said forget about it, just kick it. Might as well do them. Probably do these last few solo challenges here. Then I'll probably take a break for a little bit. Do some dishes and crap like that. Probably play some golf tonight. Most likely we'll stream that. think the dude from next door is going to come over and play some golf too. Let's see if my buddy Teets wants to join us, maybe.
I'm Larry Ridley in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. The Lions enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. With that, let's head across town here in Orlando as we hook up with our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Prescott to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
Man. Oh, he never even saw Howie coming. He never even saw him.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away.
Second down following the run.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And a cutback. There goes Green. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That's been the next thing I thought about working on, is trying to get all 95 plus without the chemistries. Offensive line.
Tucker now to add the point after.
Or 95 to 98 overall if I get the right chemistries and stuff.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Almost having like a yard sale with my offensive line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Looks like I wouldn't be able to play the game for a few days though.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Tighten up.
Brady going to throw here. He's got time. He's going to take, and this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't...
Said I'm going to try to watch some of those games tonight, or whenever they are. I didn't see a date, I guess. I don't know if they're this weekend, maybe. Oh, sweet. That works. That works. Do it. I see Barry Sanders. Dun, 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 dun. I know who my elite player will be if I get to pick him. It'll be Barry Sanders. Guaranteed.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The Lions take the field here.
Alright, so it's 14 on the third quarter with a minute left. So, no rush. Don't need to be doing anything crazy. Hang on.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's...
Welcome back live to Orlando. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
Throw me the curve on now. Throw it on first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. It's caught outright by Graham. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Brady going to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And they give this time to the tailback. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. Bulldog, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll make it 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
My ball.
The Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Martin, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll lose a yard.
Be concerned about that last play? You also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Use it, though. Use it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now a fumble. Really a great game that we just saw, Charles. Interesting ending, that's for sure. You don't usually see a fumble on the final play of the game, but they were just trying to do whatever they could to get in the end zone.
Alright, a dislike.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the...
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing now is Brady. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Jeffrey with a catch left side. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be first down Lions. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll run it now out of the gun. They have 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
72. Check 26. Check 26. Wait, 20. 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Brady doesn't like the formation here. He'll take a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kick.
Back up to 50,000 coins. That's cool. So I spent all that on Howie Long, and I've almost got a 1/3 of it back already. Well, I guess I have gotten that much back. I was gonna say, are any of these false ever? It's kind of weird. Alright, so a 91 overall team, huh? Trailing by a touchdown in a 1/3. Alright, alright. Be a good game, really. Afternoon game.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is...
From the shotgun, Wilson. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to...
Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On second down, looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson finding time. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, ready to head back onto the field. Waiting now on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Their big-bodied receiver, 89 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where did you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On second down, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. 7 yards remain now on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fielded at the 20. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They might have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. On first down, Brady. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they're operating in the red zone.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
One receiver left, two to the right. Now Wilson on second down. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a give. It's Michael. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They go to Michael again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson going to Rawls on the dump-off. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Looking for someone to throw to. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. A pressure spot now for a guy who's... And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Hauschka's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but
not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and getting...
He's got a man complete. A gain of 39 that time. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady now on 1st down. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Video games, dude.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now a handoff looking right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. To go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game partner, spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field.
Whew, that was a lot of football. 4 new notifications, huh? Nice. It's crazy. They were all trues. Don't think there's any other of those other challenges. These, I don't really mess with those. Just don't like fooling with them. There's other stuff I can do later. But, really quick here, just check something out. Let's get all those passing yards and passing yards. Alright, oops, didn't mean to go all the way back, damn it. sucks. Well, I guess that means we will just sell all those. Get some coins for them. Right? We'll get a few. Just get me that much closer to my next mission with offensive linemen. Well, I can't use it anymore. We'll keep it for now just in case, but it's in there. It's weird. Alright. I think for the time being, I'm gonna take a little break here for a bit. Come back and play a little later. Real quick, I do want to check out something. See what offensive linemen are going for, just out of curiosity. A little pricey, but they do have 2 chemistries. And again, instead of some of these dudes. Oh boy. Start right in the center. That's pretty good. So we want to make an upgrade. We don't want to get the same die and hope for the best. So we at least need a 95. Yeah, them ain't cheap. Woo! The dude I got, so I would be better than a 93. Alright, just gonna take some work. Ain't bought one in a while, let's just do it. Fine. I've done this a few times. If I'm lucky, I'll get some type of packs out of these and end up getting an elite card or something, some way, somehow. Or at least getting one. Silver badge and silver badge. That'll work. See, these are usually just bronzes. So anything better than bronze. Nice, but hey, that'll work. Like I said, usually the bronze. Oops. silver bag. Oh, really? You're gonna throw me a bronze? Gonna be dirty like that. But you at least give me one silver. So it wasn't a bad purchase for $7,000 when you really break it down, I suppose. Get some of my money back if this goes and somebody buys it. God damn it. I hope we get maybe 5 out of it if somebody bids on it. Alright, well, like I said, I'll be back to play some other challenges that are whole games and whatnot, and things of that nature. Peace.